Hey there everyone, welcome back once again. I'm Varsha Kushwaha and I'm now a second year MBBS student at GMC Mumbai. So, one of you asked me on Instagram that since I am a medical student, I should also make a video related about that, like about the medical college life and about so and stuff and all about. But honestly, what I think is, what I want to say is, many people are already doing that, right? You will just go on YouTube and you search that, you get lot of videos. Even my own batchmate does that. So I want to do a bit different. Means I want to go beyond medicine. I just don't want to be a doctor. I want to be a lot more. And that is why I keep on reading books, because they provide me a lot of more insights, which I obviously get into on medicine also, but just to gain a bit of extra edge, just to rejuvenate myself, I just read books. Okay? So let's start with the book which I'm going to discuss about today. Alright, so the book today I have with me is the book which was gifted to me by my teacher, by my anatomy professor, and Rashmi ma'am. She knows that I love reading, and so she gave me this book to read, and I really am very thankful to her. Okay, so this book is Open Art Meditations, written by Shubha Vilas. Now, Open Art Meditations is a very beautiful compilation of practical wisdom. Okay, here it is written, it is practical wisdom for everyday life. And it is a very beautiful compilation of thoughts and wisdom, where each chapter we have around, I think, yeah, so we have 64 chapters, and all of these 64 chapters are a meditation. Okay, now we all know meditation to be closed eye, right? हमें पता है बंद आंखों से होता है, बट ये खुली आंखों से मीन्स जो हम देखते हैं उसमें हम कैसे how can we just bring the energy, the spirit of meditation in there, you know? Because meditation is a state of complete divinity, complete focus and concentration. So how can we just do it in our daily activities which we do? So there are many chapters, the 64 chapters, and इसकी एक और ख़ास बात यह है कि इसके हर एक चैप्टर में एग्जाम्पल्स लिए गए हैं हमारे एपिक से, हमारे रामायण एंड महाभारत से. हर एक चैप्टर में आपको एटलीस्ट वन एग्जाम्पल तो मिल जाएगा कि वहाँ पर वो पूरी स्टोरी ऑब्वियसली नहीं दी है, जस्ट अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट स्टोरी ऑफ लाइक मीन्स एंड वेरी स्मॉल इंसिडेंट एंड हाउ इट अफेक्टेड अस इन आवर डेली लाइफ, and how what happened then also happens now in our life, and how we can learn from that, learn the mistakes our ancestors did, and how we can just avoid them. Okay, so I would suggest you to please do read this book. It's a very beautiful book, and there are a lot of practical insights, lot of wisdom, lot of thoughts which if you just are able to inculcate in our daily life, then I really think that your life will be really more beautiful. You know, just some things which we do, if we keep on doing and if we teach others how to do, then really there will be a lot of change in the world. And I'm not here to change change the world basically. I'm here to change my view and your view. Okay, so let's just go and discuss few of the chapters one by one. Alright, so here we have one chapter which is do all problems have quick fix solutions? Like, who is an intelligent problem solver? You know, it is written here that some problems do not need to be solved; they need to be just tolerated. And this type of problem solving is what we call delayed management. Rather than trying to find a quick solution, just delay trying to find a solution. Sometimes it happens by its own. And इस पर अगेन एक एग्जाम्पल दिया है हमारे एपिक्स में से, but you just read the book, okay? Then one more chapter which I found very interesting, very worth reading, very worth mentioning, was why don't I make the right decisions in my life? So here we have 7 circumstances described in this chapter about when and how we make wrong decisions. So if any of these 7 circumstances are there into making a decision, then there are chances that your decision might be a wrong one. So I will just read them one by one. So just read this book and you can just go deep into it by yourself. So one is a fear-driven decision. If you are in a fear and you are deciding something, then affinity-driven decision. You know, when you have an unnatural affinity on your part. Then the third is grief-driven decision. Like when you are in deep sorrow. So at that time also, if you make a decision, there are chances might be a wrong one in return. Then there is one joy-driven decisions, anxiety-driven decisions, opinion-driven decisions, and weakness-driven decisions. So these 7 circumstances, if you have, it's better to just don't decide anything then. Just wait until all of these circumstances they move up. Then there's one more very beautiful chapter in this book, that is the magic carpet of relationships. What is the magic carpet that could make your relationship soar higher? So the one which is given in this book is that you have to appreciate the person you love continuously, constantly, constructively, contemplatively, and consciously. If you ignite this 5C which I just described, then you will find additional 2C added from your partner's side. You know, like it's a bit sort of you're talking about in a physical language. Now, Shubhavila is an engineer, definitely uses such kind of words, and it's really very nice. So, appreciation, I don't need any fake one. The book talks about genuine appreciation. So this is one chapter, and then there is a more very nice chapter which I should mention over here is how do I enhance my happiness quotient. We all know about our IQ, and nowadays we also learn about EQ. But here in this book there is one more new Q, that is HQ, that is happiness quotient. So IQ is about how much intelligence you have, but HQ is about how much happiness you give others. The more the HQ, the happier you will be. Simple. You just have to give happiness. Then there is one more chapter about Ravan. Has Ravan really gone? Here his 10 heads, how the 10 heads of Ravan are there in our life. This is what this chapter describes about. Yeah. So there are many more interesting chapters. In fact, all the 64 chapters which are there, they are just as interesting, just as worth reading, just as thoughtful as the one I mentioned here. But if I start talking about all of them, it will be very long. Just read this book here and just will get it. So now the take-home lessons for me as a medical student, and if you are also a medical student, and even if you are not, I think you should also watch this end of the video. So the one which I found is wisdom. Like, you just don't have to. Now, obviously, being in a medical field, you will always find wisdom. You will always find thought-provoking messages here and there. But it's also nice to read. You just read them and just understand them. So I think that's one of the things I learned from this book. And there's one more chapter which is very nice, which is very worth knowing for me, for us as a medical student. That is 7 Secrets of Innovation. Now, medicine is always a very innovative field, a very expanding field. And what are the 7 secrets of innovation? I'll just name them one by one. Information, contemplation, questioning, riskification, connection, collaboration, and correlation. Now, what are these? How are these? You will read them, or if you want, I'll just post the pictures of these pages at the end of the video. Because really this was one very must-know chapter. There's a lot to learn from this one. Then one more message is leading through mistakes. Now, when I step in the clinic in my future, we all are bound to make mistakes because we are also humans, right? Even though we are doctors are considered to be God, but we are humans and we'll make mistakes. And how we must not let those mistakes affect our self-esteem, our confidence. That is one. So this chapter is also a very important message for all the medical students. That is, to make mistakes does not imply lack of intelligence, but a lack of foresight. But not repeating mistakes is a sign of intelligence. So you made a mistake, you learn from that, you carry forward. So I think this message is what will remain with me forever. In fact, all of them which I learned, I'm very thankful to my teacher for giving me this book, because I really think I really needed this book at this moment of my life. I'm just starting my second year, and this is a very wonderful. So yeah, that's all, and just do read this book, you'll love it. So thank you very much. Happy reading. Take care. Any message suggestions, you can just DM me on Instagram, or you can drop a comment in the comment section. And if you are new here, don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. So goodbye. See you. Take care. Bye.